Hey crafters! Welcome to Spooktober, and continuing with the theme here today, we're going to be making Pirate Squirtle using my wood burning tool, and I do hope that you guys enjoy the rest of the video. If you do, please do hit that like button and subscribe button. I really do appreciate it, and it really does help out. So first we're just going to start out by drawing a rough outline of Squirtle, and we're going to start with his main body, like so. And I will try to make the lines a little bit darker so you guys can see, but I make no promises because I do want this to just be a rough outline of the eventual shape. Obviously he's got the round body, so that's what we're starting with here. And it probably can't even see some of this because it's probably blending in, but this is the rough outline of what I want. We're going to draw the tail over here. It would have a swirl in there, so I'm just kind of getting that pre-drawn in there. We're going to draw his head up here as the next biggest shape, just to get the rough outline. And I do think I need to make it just a little bit bigger, because his head is actually pretty big. And then his mouth would be kind of like right here. And I'm going to be definitely touching some of this up off screen as well, but this is just to get the rough shape. And one of his eyes we're going to draw right here. He's got those big eyes. And then I would draw the other eye here. My intention, rather than have his eye there, is I want him to have a bandana that's like covering it. And then his nostrils would be right here. Okay, that's kind of got the rough outline. And I think we're looking pretty good like Squirtle there. And we can have like a knot coming off the back, so we know it's like a bandana. And he's pretty rotund, because obviously he's a turtle. And I made it too round before. And then this is going to be like his back shell, which we can see part of. And his leg would be coming out right about here. Toes, which he's got 3 of. I have done Squirtle before, so kind of a little bit familiar with him. But the last time I drew him, did the wood burning for him, was not as nice as this one. So I want to redeem myself a little bit. Yeah, I'm just trying to draw the hands so it's like more 3D-like shape. But I don't know if that's working out for me. Yeah, definitely gonna have to touch up on that. And then the other arm, which we're gonna do like so. Yeah, coming out like that. And then another line like this. Okay, so I got that part finished, and we do need to finish the bottom. I don't know if I have enough space, but I'm going to put a little bit of a treasure chest, like he's protecting it. Just a small one this time around. Because every pirate should have a treasure chest. I'm attempting it, but I've never drawn a shape like this before, so this is a good test of my skills. And then I'm just going to touch up some things on my own, and we will start the wood burning process after that. Catch you in a few. Alright, so my wood burning tool is hot, and we are going to go on Squirtle here. And we're starting with the cone points, and I'm just going to darken the lines just a little bit. I do have it a little bit hotter on the, not quite the hottest, but getting close, because I do want to darken the lines, but not quite over darken them. We're going to be using the universal point later too. And as you can see, I did do a little bit of drawing of its off screen to define the lines a little bit better, so we are working with a more complete image here. And I do have that Charmander in the background because I was just working on the Charmander video, which should go up before this one. You may or may not see some smoke rising off. That is always the best part for me because it does smell good. Wood burning is one of the things that I started out doing. Well, I actually started out doing clay sculpting before wood burning, but before that I was doing wood carving and engraving, which I still do have my Dremel, but I actually enjoy wood burning more than the Dremel. I mean, you can do a lot with the Dremel, but this is what I enjoy more because I have a little bit more control over it. And the Dremel makes a mess. It gets sawdust all over my apartment. And then the shading point will be the final run of our little adventure. Don't have too much left here to shade in. Well, not shade in, but draw in here. So I may finish a bit of this off screen, so that way I don't have too much footage. And I'm really trying, I really hope that we're at about like the 8-minute mark right now. So I'll catch you guys in a minute. Okay, we are on to Squirtle's next stage for wood burning. And in this instance, we're just darkening the lines with the universal points to make everything more distinguishable. And I'm trying not to make the lines too dark in this instance because I want it to be more fluid to represent Squirtle's type and personality, just to give that distinction. I'm not sure what order I'm going to put these up in. I think I got the perspective right on the chest. This is my first time doing something like that, so I think I need to improve my editing style for these videos, though. I'm experimenting with some ideas in my mind on what I want to do. I want to make the edges of his shell darker than most of the rest of his body because it feels like it should be thicker and darker. We got the central line right there. We have another line right there. Like that. And then his tail would continue like that. Once I'm done with this, I'll just have to do the shading. He's got a sharper chin though that I would like, but I can fix that with shading, I think. And I just need to thicken up the line here. I need to distinguish where it ends and begins. And I would say Bulbasaur is probably the most interesting out of all the starters. There we are, and once I'm done with a couple more of these lines, I will catch you guys when I start shading. I think we'll shade with the universal point just for this bit. Alright, catch you guys in the next clip. Okay, time for the third stage for Squirtle here. And this is just the shading tool. And we're going to make everything shaded in here. And it's going to look much better this way. So we can put in all the details. So obviously, your shell is probably going to be on the darker side. I just want to emphasize that with the shading. The inner part of the shell, or I mean the undershell, is obviously going to be a lighter shade, especially compared to the rest of his body. So that's what we're doing here. And as you can see, the rings are getting darker faster than other parts of the body. That's just how it's going to go with this kind of wood, but it kind of adds to it to some extent, because it almost looks like a pattern. And when it's done, I think it's gonna look really, really good. And the inner shell, we're just gonna, the undershell, we're just gonna lightly shade. For everything else, I do want a little bit of a darker pattern. It's gonna take multiple passes. You can probably see smoke right there each time I hold on it. I can smell it. I wish you could smell it too, and we do want the bandana up here as dark as possible. So that's what we're gonna do here. And I'm probably gonna make cuts in between. I'm trying to get these to at least 12 minutes. I mean, under 12 minutes. It's easy to get them to 12 minutes, but I want them to try to stay around that 12, 15-minute mark, because I wind up with every single video that I'm shooting, at least for the wood burning, with like 30 minutes of footage. So that's an issue that I'm trying to deal with, and trying to slim down the footage and make these videos simpler, as simple as possible, so that way you guys can enjoy them and see the finished product in a reasonable amount of time. For me, obviously it's going to take longer, but you guys, you'll see this in very short order. I mean, I've already spent like more than 20 minutes on this Squirtle, so yeah. There's a lot of involvement here, but I do enjoy this. That's why I do it. That's why I've been doing it. And I want a little bit of a darker shade than this. It looks good, but not quite what I want, because he is a pirate, and I want it to be more black. Okay, and then we just need to shade in a little bit on the face, and I need to make this darker even more up here. And I think I'm going to leave these a little bit whiter in the background, lighter of a color, just so that way it's not as bad. And then we just need to shade in his arms, And I did up the temperature just a little because I feel like this is much better. Look at all that smoke coming off. And then just a light pass around on the inner underbelly of him, and we will pretty much have this shaded in. Next step after this, so this is stage 3. Actually, no, this is stage 4. Stage 5 would be to put in the sealer, put on a sealer anyway, but that will be something I will do off camera, so it's pretty straightforward. I just glob it on, and it tries for like an hour. Well, not an hour, I don't know why I said an hour. About 24 hours, and then we'll be done. I think this is coming out really good. Do have to make more of a darker shade here, and possibly on the shell too, but I do like the way it's looking. To distinguish it fully, and then I'm gonna really go in on this one, because this is the treasure box, so we do need to distinguish it. Kind of like it. Okay, and then I will see you guys once I put the sealer on, and yeah, it'll be a couple days for me, but it'll be a couple seconds. Alright, our project is done, and it's been a couple of days, so this is all fully dried from the sealer that I put on here, and I think this is a really good design. I really like what I did here. I kind of gave him a little bit of a beard down here, a little bit of a darkness, just to kind of give it that whole pirate theme. Not quite a beard, but more like a 5 o'clock shadow, I guess you could say. I think this is really good, and I had a lot of fun making this. So I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you have, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe button. It really does help out with the algorithm. And if you want to try a project like this on your own, it's really easy to get into. I really do highly recommend it. I'm going to link everything that I used in the description below with my Amazon affiliate links. And if you want to help support me some more, I do have a book that I have written, and I'm going to link that. You can find it on Amazon as well. And I'm also going to include a playlist at the end card that has similar videos to this one. So I do hope that you guys check that out. But as always, hope you all have a wonderful day.